Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. I am Hamna Kudus from the Department of BS Biotechnology, and the topic of my presentation is hydrogen peroxide. Here we will discuss about its history, manufacture, storage, physical properties, chemical properties and uses. What is hydrogen peroxide? Hydrogen peroxide with the formula H2O2 is a very pale blue liquid which appears colorless in a dilute solution, slightly more viscous than water. It is a weak acid, it has strong oxidizing properties, and is therefore a powerful bleaching agent that has found use as a disinfectant, as an oxidizer, and in rocketry, particularly in high concentrations, as high-test peroxide (HTP) as a monopropellant and in bipropellant system. Hydrogen peroxide was first isolated in 1880 by Louis Jacques Thenard by reacting barium peroxide with nitric acid. An improved version of this process is use hydrochloric acid followed by sulfuric acid to precipitate the barium sulfate byproduct. Standard process was used from the end of the 19th century until the middle of the 20th century. Modern production methods are discussed below. Manufacture. Hydrogen peroxide is manufactured today almost exclusively by the auto-oxidation of 2-ethyl-9,10-dihydroxane tyrosine to 2-ethylene teraquinone and hydrogen peroxide. Using oxygen from the air, the anthraquinone derivative is then exerted out and reduced back to the dihydroxy compound using hydrogen gas in the presence of a metal catalyst. The overall equation for the process is descriptively simple that is given below. Storage regulations vary, but low concentrations such as 2.5% are widely available and legal to buy for medical use. Hydrogen peroxide should be stored in a container made from a material that does not react or catalyze the chemical. Numerous materials or processes are available, some stainless steels, many plastics, glasses, and some aluminum alloys are compatible. Physical properties, structure of hydrogen peroxide in gas and liquid are given below. While the anticonformer would minimize steric repulsion, a 90-degree Taurian angle would optimize mixing between the filled p-type orbital of the oxygen one of the lone pair and the LUMO of the vinyl OH bond, reflecting a compromise between the two interactions. Gases or liquid hydrogen peroxide adopt an anticlinal ski-weed shape. This rotational conformation is a compromise between the anticonformer, which would minimize steric repulsion, and between the lone pair on the oxygen atom. Despite the fact that the O-O bond is a single bond, the molecule has a remarkably high barrier to complete rotation of 29.45 kJ per mole compared with 12.5 kJ per mole for the rotational barrier of ethane. The increased barrier is also attributed to lone-pair repulsion. The bond angle are affected by hydrogen bonding, which is relevant to the structural difference between gases and crystalline forms. Indeed, a wide range of values is seen in a crystal containing molecular H2O2. Chemical properties. H2O2 is one of the most powerful oxidizers known, stronger than chlorine, chlorine dioxide, and potassium permanganate, and through catalysis H2O2 can be converted into hydroxyl radical OH with reactivity second only to fluorine. Hydrogen oxidant oxidation potential V for fluorine is 3.0, hydroxide radical 2.8, ozone 2.1, hydrogen peroxide 1.8, potassium permanganate 1.7, chlorine dioxide 1.5, chlorine 1.4. Hydrogen peroxide can decompose spontaneously into water and oxygen. It usually acts as an oxidizing agent, but there are many reactions where it acts as a reducing agent, releasing oxygen as a byproduct. It also readily forms both inorganic and organic peroxide. Uses. Hydrogen peroxide is a mild antiseptic used on the skin to prevent infection of minor cuts, scabs, and burns. It may also be used as a moisturizer to help remove mucus or to relieve minor mouth irritation such as due to canker, cold sore, gingivitis. Hydrogen peroxide is a compound that has a strong oxidation effect. It is used in gasified form as an antiseptic for laboratory equipment, including safety cabinets, and isolator used for manufacturing regenerative medical products. In hair coloring, the bleaching properties of hydrogen peroxide are used to lighten the color of hair, which is achieved by oxidative breakdown of the brown-black melanin, the main human hair pigment. Depending on the desired finer color tone, different bleaching agents are necessary. Hydrogen peroxide is a basic commodity substance with some pastidal applications. It is highly soluble in water and in its pure state it is highly volatile. Common name of hydrogen peroxide, dihydrogen dioxide, hydrogen dioxide, hydrogen oxide, oxidol, peroxide, but much less so diluted. Hydrogen peroxide is a solution that can be used to treat ear infections or the buildup of wax. It is generally safe to use in all ears. Do not use if it irritates you or causes pain. You can buy 3% hydrogen peroxide from your local chemist. No prescription is required. The most effective method is to use hydrogen peroxide, an oxidizing agent that removes old blood stains via a chemical reaction breaking it down. Let's talk about its expiration. An open container of hydrogen peroxide will last for around 3 years, but as soon as it is opened, it will expire within 6 months. Thank you.